We are now at week 10 of the NFL season, so certainly over the halfway mark. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to give you guys my picks and predictions for week 10 of the 2019 NFL season. But before I do so, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe by hitting the big red subscribe button down below and turning on my post notifications by clicking the bell icon down below. And also, guys, follow me on my social media links down below and on the screen for that. So, usually I get to the picks for the week early on in the week, but I got, caught up and I hadn't had a chance to make it. Rest assured, I'm here, better late than never. Let's talk about week 10 games. I'll give you guys my preview and a score prediction. Not a score prediction, excuse me. Picking versus the spread for every single game and a winner of every single game. So without further ado, let's get started. So last week I went 8-6, so certainly a positive week, but not, fantastic or over the top or anything like that. Bringing my total record on the season now to 79-52-1. That is 79 games correctly predicted, 52 wrong, and 1 is a tie. Okay, so with that being said, that's my record so far. Hopefully we can improve it. I've been, positive the past couple of weeks actually now. So let's keep the train rolling onto this week. Now, of course, I can't do the Thursday night game because it is actually over, because I'm recording this on Friday, and of course the Thursday night game already ended between the Chargers and the Raiders. And I'll be completely transparent with you guys. I would have picked the Chargers in this one, okay? They were favored by 1 in this game, and I thought the Chargers, being the better offense, being the team facing the worst defense, they were going to be able to, win this game. And that didn't happen. Philip Rivers decided to throw a pick fest. I mean, literally, he could have had 5 interceptions in that game. I mean, my God. By the way, man, every time I watch Philip Rivers, I still can't believe the throwing motion. I mean, we've really been, letting him get away with shot putting the football for 15 years now. I mean, it is just an awful release. But with that being said, Rivers played awful. They still only lost by 2 points. It's crazy. But shout out to the Raiders, man. They really surprised me and a lot of people out there. 5-4 on the year now. So shout out to John Gruden. Shout out to the Raider Nation, the Black Hole. They've been great. Okay, so I'll chalk that up as an L for me already. Just being transparent. But let's move on now to the Sunday slate. We've got the Lions at the Bears. It's a -2.5 point spread in favor of Chicago, actually. I did make a separate video for this, so you guys can go check that out for my full analysis. But I do believe the Bears should be able to win this game. They're playing a porous Detroit defense. And they're at home in this one. And if you really think about it, both teams are complete opposites. Detroit's got a good offense, but a horrible defense. And Chicago's got a good defense, but a horrible offense. So really, to me, the deciding factor here is just the Bears being at home. And I do think David Montgomery has been impressive for the Bears. They're a rookie running back, and he should have a good game against this leaky Lions run defense. So again, my full preview for that game, you guys can go check my recent videos out. But I will take the Bears to win, though I will take the Lions to cover this 2.5 point spread. Let's move on to the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals finally did it. They benched Andy Dalton. Okay, the Andy Dalton era is over. They're starting a new rookie quarterback now. I believe his name is Ryan Finley. And the spread is -10 in favor of the Ravens. I am not picking a rookie quarterback, even at home, against a pretty good Ravens defense and certainly a good Ravens offense. The spread is 10. It's not enough. Lamar Jackson and this Ravens team will be able to do whatever they want on the Bengals defense or non-existent defense. Give me the Bengals in this one. Excuse me, give me the Ravens in this one, and I'll take the 10-point spread. I'm sorry, it's going to be a blowout. Buffalo Bills at the Cleveland Browns, -2.5 point spread in favor of Cleveland. I keep picking the Browns, hoping they will turn it around. What are they now, like 2-6, 2-7 on the year? I mean, my God. I'm going back to the well again. They're at home. They're healthy. They have all the weapons outside of obviously the starting tight end David Njoku, but They should be able to beat this Buffalo team. I mean, they're getting Kareem Hunt back now too. I don't know, guys. Like, it's just Cleveland has to put it together sometime, right? We saw a decent team against. This is the same team that beat the Ravens, who beat the Patriots. So there's talent there, and maybe I'm being just naive, but I keep wanting to pick Cleveland, so I'll go with them again. 2.5 point spread. I'll take Cleveland to win, but Buffalo's no joke. Their defense is no joke. Maybe I'll take that 2.5 point spread for Buffalo to cover. Let's move on to the Falcons at the Saints. Drew Brees back, fully healthy. We know that Matt Ryan is going to play in this one. This is a division rival game. The spread is 12.5 in favor of the Saints. Now, I know the Falcons have not been good, especially their defense, but 12.5 points is way too much to give up against a good quarterback in Matt Ryan. Say what you want, but Matt Ryan is still a good quarterback. And this is a division game. They always tend to be close, no matter how good or bad the teams are, because the division opponents know each other. I always tell you guys that. So give me, of course, the Saints to win this game, but I will take the points all day on the Falcons to cover here, even on the road in New Orleans. Let's move on to the Giants at the Jets. Now, there's a lot of injury news here for the Jets with, I believe, Le'Veon Bell, if he's going to play or not, Robbie Anderson, there's Jamison Crowder. A lot of their guys are banged up, but they're at home, and this is another team like the Browns where I keep picking them because I feel like they'll turn it around, and now 1-7 on the year for the Jets. It's been a train wreck. They have to get it turned around sometime, right? I mean, they're at home, and they're not even favored against the lowly New York Giants, who are favored in this game by 2.5. I'm going to go out on a limb and say if Le'Veon Bell and all of the main players for the Jets suit up, that they win this game, folks. Yes, I will do it. I believe Sam Darnold and company will have a good game. The Giants defense isn't very good. Daniel Jones hasn't had a great game since week 1, or the first week he started. Give me the Jets at home to hopefully turn it around. Arizona Cardinals at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs are favored in this game by 4.5. This should be a shootout. The Bucs defense obviously is good on the run, but they're bad against the pass. Kyler Murray should be able to exploit them. And then Arizona's defense is awful. Jameis Winston should be able to exploit it with Mike Evans on one side and Chris Godwin on the other. This is going to be a shootout. Give me the Bucs at home to win this one, but I'll take the Cardinals to cover that 4.5 because I think it's going to be a very close game. Let's move on to the Chiefs at the Tennessee Titans. Not much analysis needed here because Patrick Mahomes is back. They are favored by 3.5 in this one. The Titans aren't very good, folks. We know that. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill has been playing a little better than Marcus Mariota, but so what? It hasn't been that great. I haven't been that impressed by the Titans. I'm taking the Chiefs even on the road. They should demolish the Tennessee Titans. I'll take the 3.5 point spread. I'll do it, folks. Let's move on to the Dolphins at the Colts. Colts are favored in this game by 11. Now, the Dolphins finally got their first dub thanks to Ryan Fitzmagic. I don't think they should be taken lightly in this one. I think the Colts will win, but we don't even know if Jacoby Brissett's going to play. Brian Hoyer could be out there, could be Brissett. Either way, I do think the Colts will win this game, but the spread is -11. No way am I taking that for the Colts with a banged-up Jacoby Brissett. Give me the Dolphins to cover that 11-point spread, but I'll take the Colts to win this game. Let's move on to the Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers. Packers coming off a disappointing loss to the Chargers. Folks, the NFL is crazy. The Packers lose to the Chargers, who lost to the Raiders, who lost to the Packers. It's just a circle of life in the NFL, really. Packers are favored by 5.5 in this one. They're at home. I do expect them to win this game, but man, if Russell Wilson wasn't out there, Christian McCaffrey, and you can still make the argument, Christian McCaffrey, along with Russell Wilson, they are the leading candidates for NFL MVP, folks. And Christian McCaffrey has been out of his damn mind with his playing, okay? With how he's playing, he's going to run all over this Packers leaky run defense, folks. But they're on the road. I can't pick against Aaron Rodgers and company. They get Devontae Adams back. I'll take the Packers here to win. But Carolina's been very impressive, and Christian McCaffrey is the MVP if the award was to go to a non-QB. But I do expect the Panthers to cover that 5.5. Let's move on to the Rams at the Steelers. The Rams are on the road. They're favored by 4. No Brandon Cooks in this one. He's out with his 5th concussion. So prayers out to him. Hopefully he recovers fully. The Steelers have, kind of been able to pick up some wins with Mason Rudolph. But I think it ends here. The Rams are on the road. But they're just a better team overall, folks. I'll take their offense. I'll take their defense. Even though the Steelers' defense has been pretty good in this one. I do think they win this game. I'll take the Steelers to cover the spread just because they're at home, but give me the Rams overall to win this one. Let's move on to the Sunday night game, and it's going to be a good one. The Vikings at the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 3 in this one, folks, and I'm calling BS. I will take the Minnesota Vikings, and yes, I get it. They're in our division with the Bears, but I'm telling you right now, the Cowboys are overrated. They haven't beaten anybody, folks. They beat who did they beat last week? They beat the Giants last week, okay? Majority of their wins are coming against porous teams, and anytime they've gone up against a good team, they have lost. The Vikings are a good team with a good roster, a great running back, a decent quarterback, a great wide receiver, because I don't think Adam Thielen's playing, but Stephon Diggs will. They're on the road. I get it at Jerry World, but I just believe in this Minnesota team. I think they will be able to do whatever they want against a Cowboys team that's kind of average everywhere, folks. I don't think they're elite at any spot. Offensively, they're not elite. Defensively, they're not elite. So give me the Vikings in this one on the road. I'll take the upset. Minnesota beats Dallas. Let's move on to the Monday night game and another good one. So we're getting good primetime games now. The Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. It is a 6-point spread in favor of the 49ers, and another upset here. I'm calling it. The 49ers were undefeated. It ends right here as they run into the buzzsaw that is the Seattle Seahawks with their NFL MVP so far, Russell Wilson. Yes, I said it. Russell Wilson's the MVP right now. I don't care what anybody says. Again, the only non-QB you can make the argument for Christian McCaffrey, but that's it. Russell Wilson's playing out of his mind. And yeah, the 49ers defense is good, but we just saw Christian McCaffrey run all over them. So maybe it's not as good as we think it is, folks. Russell Wilson will be able to do some damage here. He's on the road, but I do think, again, division rivalry, folks. The division opponents know themselves pretty well. Give me Russell Wilson here to put an end to the 49ers win streak. They lose. Seattle wins. Let's move on to the final, well, actually, that was the final game. I shouldn't say it. Let's move on to the final game. Let's move on to now ending the video because that was my full predictions, okay? So there you have, folks, my picks and preview for Week 10 of the NFL season. Again, I wasn't able to get the video out earlier for you guys, but I will try to do so. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe as always. Thanks for watching.